What's up everybody, it's your boy CB back at you with another video. In this video I'm going to be going over ways you guys can improve in endgame, whether you're playing in a tournament or arena or whatever you're doing. I think these tips will help you a lot, and there are a lot of things I wish I knew sooner in Fortnite. My first tip to doing well in endgame is to prepare for endgame. There's a few ways you can do that. Number one, try to get 500 in every category for your mats so that you have the maximum you can have. My next tip is going to be try to find as many launch pads as you can. If you have an open slot, maybe grab crash pads, anything that can make your rotating easier. Obviously, the grapple gun is the best way to rotate, or I shouldn't say the best, but the most efficient. So anything that you can get to help you rotate is good to have. And also having stuff like floppers, slurp fish, stuff that are quick heal ways, so that if you start taking zone damage, you can easily heal back up, are super helpful and can be the difference between winning and losing in the end game. My next tip is going to be learning when to box up. So if it's like second zone, there's no reason anyone should be boxing up or anything like that. So I see some people, they'll just box up once they get in zone, the second they get in zone, and it'll be like the second zone or something, and that's just like silly. You should never be boxing up unless you really have to, and that'll happen around like maybe the fifth zone, and there'll be a lot of people near you if it's like a stacked end game or something like that. But a lot of the time you're going to want to just keep going to the center of the zone if you're already in the zone until you can't anymore, like if there's a bunch of people or you get shot at and then you have to box up, and that would be when you're going to want to box up. Once you're boxed up, that is when you're going to want to start paying attention to where the zone is going. If the zone is really far from you and you have launch pads and there's a lot of people near you and it's going to be tough to rotate, that's when you maybe want to use your launch pads, but you want to be super sparing with them because they can be the biggest lifeline in endgame. But if it's near you, the zone is, I would recommend tunneling if you can, if it's like close and you have the mats to do it. So I would definitely practice some tunneling methods. I like to use the one like the tarping method where you place the floor, the wall, and the ramp, because it only uses 3 builds for every like box you're going forward. But any tunneling method works good. And once you get in zone, you're going to want to do a stronger box just so that people can't break in and take your walls. You're going to want to be using heavy mats too in general while you're tunneling. Otherwise, people will see that you probably don't have heavy mats and focus you maybe. And you want to avoid getting focused at all costs. So that's why sometimes you don't want to get between guys if you're moving around. You're going to want to go around people so that you're on the edge and you kind of force other people to be in between people. You just want to do as many things as you can to avoid getting focused, and stuff like building with hard mats, going around people, and staying like out of the center of attention will help you a lot in terms of survival. If you see that there isn't someone dominating height and there's a chance and you have a lot of mats, you should try to make a push for height if it's near the end. If you go too early, you won't have enough mats to rotate up high, but if it's near the very end and the zone doesn't go very far, once you get height, that could be the easiest way to win, because you can just look down on everyone, hold height the whole time, and just spray down on people, and you'll probably be in the best position to win out of the people who are left. But you want to make sure you're not going for height too early, because if you go too early, it'll just be a waste of mats, and you'll have to go so far to rotate for the next zone that it'll be a waste of time. Something I didn't mention earlier is getting as many ammo boxes as you can be a really helpful thing, because if you run out of AR ammo, it's really bad, and having a lot of AR ammo means you can put a lot of pressure on people and maybe get some free kills out of it. Another thing I want to mention is you're going to want to judge whether or not you should be pushing people. So what I usually do is, if I see good spots to push, I'll push, if I'm trying to like survive as long as I can. But I like to push when I start to run out of mats when I'm rotating. So like, say I only have 200 mats, that's when I might want to go and push someone's box and try to get a refresh on my mats and stuff like that. And I just keep doing that, look for a spot to push height eventually, and then try to dominate from height when I can. And it's been a pretty effective method so far. I don't have too much gameplay from it because I'm not usually screen recording my end games, but hopefully these tips were helpful for you guys. If they were, please drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.